Supposing I can tell you how you can break through and make $1 million within the next 3 years. Would you like that? Okay. Join me on this journey as we go through some episodes of teaching you how to make $1 million in 1 year. Supposing we set a budget of $1 million in 3 years, $1 million net income. $1 million net income in 3 years. I will say, okay, let's go for a target of $1 million in 1 year. If you master how to make $1 million in 1 year, then $1 million net income in 3 years will come very easy. So let's go with that. The first thing we need to note is that money is an outcome, not an income. Why did I say money is an outcome? Money follows the universal law of seed time and harvest. What's the universal law of seed time and harvest? Let me read the principle for you. As long as the earth remains, there will always be seed time and there will always be harvest. That means if you want more money, then you plant a quality seed, right? Okay. So how do we know a quality seed that can generate $1 million a year? This is the way God describes a seed. Then God said, let the land sprout with vegetation, every sort of seed-bearing plant, and trees that grow seed-bearing fruits. These seeds will then produce the kinds of plants and trees from which they came from. So when God made the world by planting a seed. When you plant a seed like you plant a mango seed, you reap a mango fruit, right? So if a mango is being sold, I think, I don't know, a piece of mango maybe less than $1, maybe you get 3 for $1, right? So if you want quality seed, you have to upgrade yourself to the one that will produce quality fruit. So if you upgrade yourself to an apple, for example, and you plant an apple seed, when you have an apple fruit, you're getting more value than what you get for a mango, right? So in order to upgrade from the level you are today, you'll be ready to upgrade the kind of seed you plant. And we'll talk about that. So when you are planting a seed, of course, you expect an harvest. So one of the greatest things that you need to be super conscious about is your expectation. What is your expectation? Okay, you get what you expect. That's a universal law. You get what you expect. If you expect to make $100,000 a year, that is what you get. If you expect to make $1 million a year, that is what you get. If you expect to make $40,000 a year, that's what you get. Say, how does that affect my outcome? Yeah, because you focus on your expectation. So if you set a goal for yourself to make $1 million a year and you focus on it, you will make $1 million a year. Maybe the first year you didn't make it. Second year you were close to it. And the third year you eat it. When you add everything together, you will have made much more over $1 million net income in a year. Right? So in setting our expectation, we need to set a long-term expectation, a medium-term expectation, and a short-term expectation. So what's a long-term expectation? A long-term expectation is related to what you think you can continue to do that will give you fulfillment over the course of your life. So I call it lifetime goal. And lifetime goal is usually related to your gifts, your natural gifts, your natural talent, or the skills you have acquired. Maybe they are not natural, but you have acquired some skills over the years and you enjoy the application of your skills to help people. But the most important thing is, whatever thing you are sowing, know that you are providing fruits. It's for the purpose of providing fruits for people. So the interpretation of that fruit is value. So you're providing fruit. A fruit is a value for you providing to people. So you're providing value to people. So even if you're sowing your gifts to provide value for people, what's the level of value that you're providing for people, which we're going to talk about. So I'll say set a long-term goal based on your gifts and the value you can provide to people over the course of your life. Set a medium-term goal. Now, what we are setting, $1 million in 3 years, is like a medium-term goal. So I call a medium-term goal a goal from 2 to 5 years, right? So a medium-term goal could be related to your long-term goal. It might not be related. It's better it is related or it is aligned to your long-term goal. Okay, let me give you an example. Like my long-term goal is to empower 100 million people to be able to create their own kingdom self business and do great business with it in the course of my life. Okay? So my medium-term goal is to be able to help 1 million people to achieve $1 million and above within the next 2 to 5 years. Okay? And my short-term goal will be to be able to create, let's say I'm able to create multiple $1 million income for myself to help me to be able to expand my business within the next 0 to 2 years. Okay? So you need to have those long-term goals, medium-term goals, and short-term goals. And those, your short-term goal could be your job, to pay your bills, to have savings so that you can invest, or you can invest into your medium-term goal and long-term goal, or you can invest into other portfolios. So it could be a business you are running right now that's generating income for you to be able to pay your bills and sustain you and your family, and have additional savings that you can put towards your medium-term and long-term goals. So it could be it's something that will produce immediate income for you. And there are so many things that can produce immediate income these days. There are side hustles that you can learn within few days, and they can produce $100,000 income for you. And so many things like that. That's not what we're going to talk about today, but we're going to talk about them in some subsequent videos. So we know that you have to exchange something valuable to people. Okay? So the value that you give to people determine the income you're going to get. Even if you have a job and you're able to give a higher value to the customers or to your clients in your company, you'll get a promotion. So we're going to be talking about some levels of value. How can you increase your levels of value? There are 4 levels of value. The first level is the implementation level. And know that money is a spiritual product. Why is it a spiritual product? Because the devil is out to make you poor or me poor, and we have to resist it. How do we resist it? So many ways to resist it. One of the ways is your expectation. If you are so much consumed on focus on your expectation, you overcome the enemy. One of these is prayers. But if you are consumed about other people's problem to provide solution to other people's problem genuinely with integrity, you overcome the resistance of the devil. Okay. So just know money is a spiritual result. So when we are thinking about money, you make sure you are operating on a spiritual level. How do we operate on a spiritual level? We'll talk about that. Okay. So at the implementation level, you can make between the minimum wage and $80,000. But you are using a resource that's so limited. You are using your time, your energy. And because these are so limited, and money is an unlimited spiritual resource, right? So you are trying to use a limited resource to produce a limited resource. It doesn't work. And that's why a lot of people are struggling at this stage, at the implementation stage. The implementation stage is when you are working for someone, or you are starting your business. You have to be there physically before you can make the money. You have to clock in and clock out. You have to spend that time before you can make money, and it's the amount of time you spend that will determine the amount of money you make. It's directly proportional. So that's limited. So let's go to the second level. Is the what I call the managerial level. In the managerial level, you are using your skills that you have developed to manage other people, right? So you're still using your time and energy, but you are also managing people. So depending on how many people you can manage at a time, will determine your level of income. So your income can range from maybe $40,000 to $250,000. Then we have the third level, and this is where real money can be made. This is where you can easily cross to $1 million level that we're talking about, and that's the communication level. At the communication level, you can, just like I'm recording now, I can record something once and put it on YouTube, and YouTube will pay me for so many years. So at the communication level, you are creating a product or a service that will communicate to people to solve a problem in people, and you only have to do it once. So if you write a book, and it's a very good book that has no time bound, in 100 years time, even after you have been gone, the book, people are still buying the book, right? A popular book, Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. Napoleon Hill is long gone. People are still buying the book today. Miles Monroe had a lot of publication, even audio and physical books and ebooks, which are still selling today, and yet it's long gone. So communication level allows you to do something once and continue to make money from it. So you could be a singer and you sing a song, and that song is being played in so many other platforms, so you're making money from different platforms, and you don't have to sing that song again, and continue to make the money. And the third level, of course, is the imagination level. The imagination level is the level of where God really wants us to be, because we are creators and we are meant to be creators, right? So where God created man, gave man the power to create. That's why He told man to be fruitful, multiply, fill the heart, subdue it, and have dominion over all created things. So that man can create whatever he wants from what has been created already. Alright? And that's the level you see people making minimum from $1 million to trillions of dollars. Okay. So having understood this, that you have to set your expectation high, you have to expect, you have to believe in yourself and expect something big. And focus on your expectation, not on your limitation. Focus on your expectation, because all of us have limitations. So it's what we focus on that become real. And that's the way the mind works. It's a mindset thing. What you focus on becomes real. So focus on your expectation. Set your goal. Long term, medium term, short term. Be ready to create something of real value that provide more value than what you are providing now. So if you are in the implementation level where you're just working to make money, burning hours to make money, maybe you can raise yourself to the managerial level. So you acquire managerial skills and you raise your level of income. And if you are in the managerial level, you could acquire communication skills and raise your level of income. And if you are in the communication level, you could acquire more skills and cross to the imagination level. So these are the 4 levels of value that you can create. On subsequent episodes, we shall be going into the details of strategies, tactics, and the real thing that you have to do. What exactly that you need to do to raise your level of income from the minimum level that you have now, struggling from paycheck to paycheck, to the high level, or I'll call it medium level, meeting our goal of $1 million net income in 3 years. See you there.